Hello and welcome in the show, everyone. I am Preston Poole. That is Tyler Adams. This is Unadvised here on Sports Animal, YouTube, Facebook, and on our very own X account. Sorry, everything sounds weird for me right now, but happy Thanksgiving. You're seeing this. It is officially Thanksgiving, although this is being recorded on one of the biggest days of T-Bag's life. It's a Tuesday, November the 25th, and Oklahoma State has a new head coach. Eric Morris of North Texas is going to be Oklahoma State's new head football coach, T-Bag.
I've never been so happy in my life.
It's over. It's over, and now you can focus on the future.
And we got our guy. Like that was everyone's guy. Like from the Oklahoma State.
You paused there for a second. All right.
That was
we got you.
That was everyone's guy. Like from the Oklahoma State perspective, that was my guy. That was the guy that sits next to me with our season tickets guy. That was the guy that lives on 6th and Walnut in Stillwater. That was his guy. That was everybody's guy. And we got our guy. We beat out Arkansas for our guy. Oklahoma, you hear all these national people ranking the top jobs, then be like, Arkansas is always ahead of Oklahoma State. It's like, really? Just because they're in the SEC? Would you rather go to Arkansas and be beating dog like they've been for my entire life outside of a couple of years with Bobby Petrino and Houston Nutt? Even then, it was like 9-3 at best. You'd rather go there just because it's in the SEC rather than to a school like Oklahoma State where it's been shown where you can compete in the Big 12 with anybody and be at the top of the Big 12 and be competing for playoffs. That was no. Arkansas could have a higher ceiling. No. Year in and year out, Oklahoma State is a better program. So I'm glad that got justified today. I'm glad Oklahoma State got their guy today. The quarterback guru. I mean, he's either found, recruited, developed, or coached. Baker Mayfield at 40. He's 40 years old. Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Cam Ward, John Mateer, Chandler Morris, not Alex Morris.
Messamaker this year at North Texas.
And Messamaker this year is a stud. That looks like he's going to bring with him. He's got a stud running back from Shawnee, Oklahoma. That's a true freshman with over 1,000 yards on the season that he's going to bring with him. He has a stud wide receiver over 1,000 yards on his team that it looks like he's going to bring with him. He has an up-and-coming defensive coordinator that looks like he's going to bring with him. Greg Richmond, the guy that recruited the awesome defensive linemen OSU quietly produced that are just littered all over the NFL right now. Greg Richmond is coming home. That got reported today. The GM, Preston, have you heard about this GM? I learned about him today.
I literally just saw a tweet that you retweeted about him, yes.
He's 24 years old, and he sounds like he's a guru at this stuff. I could not be more ecstatic. Kane Womack, I was getting so nervous it was going to be that. And Kane could have been great here, and I would have convinced myself of that. Zach Robinson, I could have convinced myself of it. There's coaches that were in the running that I could have convinced myself of, but even Alex Golesh. I always said Alex Golesh is behind Eric Morris for me. Eric Morris has all these Texas backgrounds. He has all this Big 12 background. And Mike Leach guy, he knows this part of the country. He's got connections everywhere. He's worked with Weiberg before when they're at Texas Tech together, when Weiberg was a assistant AD there. Everything about this hire makes sense. Now, obviously, there's a long way to go. Like, this program is not in a good place right now, but it has the foundation. It has this ability to be a good program right now. And all the chaos that happened when Mike Gundy got fired, it sounds like Chad Weiberg got people in order that needed to be in order. Chad Weiberg he's doing it, man. He's made great hires. He's been proactive in all of this. And it sounds like that the boosters are about to line up to the freaking door, man, and ready to go. And I always say this: does Oklahoma State have A&M money? No, but there's 130 suites at Boone Pickens Stadium that are sold out every single year with a 5-year wait list. There's got to be a little bit of money at Boone in Stillwater. So I'm fired up. Man. For the first time in a while, I have pure joy when it comes to Oklahoma State football.
You kind of talked about his resume a little bit. He also played in the Mike Gundy "I'm a Man, I'm 40" game. He played in the jump around game in Norman when he was at Texas Tech. He's a guy that's from Lubbock, or at least the Lubbock area, I should say. So has ties to, obviously the Texas recruiting round. Been the head coach at North Texas for 2 years now. 3 years, you said?
He played Seth Cottrell.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So he's a guy that knows the area well, and like you said, he's rather young. He's 40 years old, and it seems like this is the perfect hire for Oklahoma State. And it was funny because I saw a tweet, I don't know, maybe an hour after the Pete Thamel had tweeted some stuff out, and Brett McMurphy had tweeted some stuff out as well. He did a press conference for North Texas today, and he was not wearing a single piece of North Texas, and nothing had the North Texas logo on it. So at that point, I was like, yeah, we probably should have known at that point.
It's funny because I saw that. This was at like noon, because I think he did his press conference at like 11 or 12. And so it was like maybe 12:30 when I saw like that tweet. I mean, it's timestamped somewhere on there, but it was before. Like, I did not. When I woke up today, I did not think this was going to happen. And then the Greg McElroy and then Carson Cunningham were like, hey, this is starting to move fast, like really fast. And so I was like, hey, okay, like maybe we'll have our answer Sunday. I did not think at all that it was going to actually happen today. And then you see the report like, oh my gosh. But it's funny because I saw that picture and I was like, I wonder if he hasn't like worn North Texas gear or something before. And I wonder if he's going to be asked about, with all the smoke that's going up right now.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to be asked about the Oklahoma State job, which I don't know if he was or not. I never went to look. I think we probably would have seen that if he did. But I was like, that's weird. And then sure enough, like 3 hours later, it's announced. And yeah, there's light. Like, there's finally light once again. I mean, man, like, I got pretty down, and I said some stuff I regret. Like, looking at it now, I said a lot of things I regret.
It's fine.
Losing as much as OSU has lost
in
the last 2 years will make you say a lot of things you regret.
Exactly. It's acceptable. No one's going to blame you. I'm sure people out there have said worse there. And things like that. It's a good day for Oklahoma State. Now I'm going to come through on my promise that I promised months ago. A crisp $20 bill to Mike Gundy is what I promised for NIL efforts. I will come through on that. My question is, though, do we put the 20 on black and try and double it, or do I just send the 20?
It's double it.
Okay.
I
figured you would do that.
Yeah.
So this weekend,
40 is better than 20.
Yeah, when I am with Spinozzi at the Grand Casino Saturday morning before Oklahoma State's final home game this year, I will put a $20 in the roulette machine, put it all on black for Oklahoma State, and whatever money I have left of that, I will contribute to the NIL fund for Eric Morris.
Hey, when OSU wins the Big 12 or something and goes to the college football playoff, I'll get you like one of those cool, like, Oklahoma State versus Notre Dame playoff shirts or something. As your contribution.
Yeah, all I want, I just want one of the cool, like, cups that changes color when you put the liquid in it at Eskimo Joe's.
Oh, okay. I can get that for you this Saturday. Easy.
That's all I want. All I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to come through with that this weekend. So we'll see if it's going to be 20 or if it's going to be 40. We'll see. Let's hope it doesn't land on green or red.
Don't call me a hero, folks.
Chris, $20 or $40 bill, one of the two. But yeah, I mean, thinking of Oklahoma State, like, I guess we could say, like, days in the past, where does this rank amongst, like, in your fandom of, like, obviously it's big wins. I feel like they're going to be like bigger than this, but this feels like a big moment for Oklahoma State, especially after the last 2 seasons.
It's a different feeling, because it's not. When you win a big game, everyone knows the feeling of winning a big game.
Yeah.
That's a feeling in itself. This is just more like there's a moment there where you just think maybe we will never win another game again. You have like deep dark thoughts.
Well, especially after 2 seasons, right? Like, that's a tough spot.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, OSU's gone from going 8-4, 9-3 on a consistent basis with a 10-2 scattered around. No, it's like OSU's gone not, and they haven't gone from that to like going like 6-6 and 5-7. Like no, like they haven't won a conference game. They're not going to win a conference game. Today is actually the 2-year anniversary of their last conference win against BYU. So there's been, so I don't know like how to describe it. It's more just like weight lifted off the shoulders that it's done. That like, all right, the coaching carousel was getting chaotic.
Yeah.
What was Lane Kiffin's decision going to be? How is that going to affect Oklahoma State? If Eli Drinkwitz left Missouri, how is that going to affect Oklahoma State? Just all these different dominoes that are probably still yet to fall. So it's a relief that it's done now, and you just sit back and relax and enjoy the chaos. But it's just a relief, I guess is the best way to put it. Like it's just like a relief, and it's also a relief, not that it's done, but that we got our guy. Like
it was the outcome that everyone wanted.
It was the guy we wanted. Yeah, like we got the guy we wanted, and that's the biggest relief of the whole thing. Is like, all right, like we went after this guy as our candidate, and he picked us. He picked us, and that's a very good sign.
The biggest thing for me out of this is that he's going to continue coaching at North Texas until like their season is for sure done. If I'm Oklahoma State, I'd tell North Texas to kick rocks, screw you guys, and he needs to be in Stillwater as soon as possible.
Well, here's the thing. See, everyone, is like saying that, but I say this is like number one, there's a plan. There's a plan in place. Like there has to be a plan in place. Hey, I guarantee that Chad Weiberg, Eric Morris, and the people that need to be running it, or the people that are running the show, have taught like, hey, if you do make the playoff, how are we going to recruit? Like, what? Because we need to get on it. Obviously, we can't be behind the 8 ball. So I guarantee you, there's a plan in place. They're probably going to have this GM. I hope they keep Kenyatta Wright around, like as a director of football operations. I think he's a very good recruiter to Oklahoma State. I think he's a very good in-state recruiter as well. So I hope they keep Kenyatta Wright. I hope they keep Rob Glass. But Eric Morris, do your thing, man. It's your program. Like, do what you got to do. I got to trust you. But I hope they do keep those guys. So, you can send, the Kenyatta Wrights and this young GM. I'll learn his name eventually. I don't have it in front of me right now, but we'll learn it. I'll learn it by the end of the night. I promise. They could bring him, up to Stillwater. He doesn't need to be at North Texas practice during the playoff. He can be scouting. Also, he can recruit a bunch of his good players while he's at North Texas. So you've already got 6 or 7 players, including hopefully a quarterback, running back, and wide receiver on the way. So I think there's a plan in place, and I'm glad he's coaching North Texas, man. Because if North Texas does make the playoff, like that's just good PR for Oklahoma State.
You're a better man than I, because I would tell him to get his ass in Stillwater.
Well, here's the thing, Preston. If this wasn't Oklahoma State, I'd be like, yeah, kick rocks, North Texas. But it's my school, my coach, and I got to defend every decision he makes from here on out.
By the way, I hope I don't butcher his last name. It's Raj Murthy, I believe. Is Raj, the 24-year-old GM of North Texas. So yeah, you would hope. And there was a good article Sam Kahn Jr. wrote for the New York Times. Honestly, just a couple weeks ago. So go check that out. Teabag has retweeted that. So that's on his Twitter feed right there. So congratulations to Oklahoma State. They got their guy. As Weiberg said, it's a new era of Oklahoma State football.
Era. I think was it you I was telling you not long ago, I was like, I am gonna be like, good thing there's like the World Cup and or the World Cup. I guess the Winter Olympics. The Olympics is Winter Olympics. But good thing there's a World Cup to kind of keep us distracted in August, because I'm going to go crazy waiting for Oklahoma State football and seeing what it looks like. Preston, it's November 25th at 7:20 p.m. and I'm already ready for the game in Chapman Stadium in Tulsa. Like I'm already ready for September 5th. I think it is. Like, get me to like the Western Conference Finals. Let me enjoy all that, the parade, all the stuff with the Thunder, and then let me flash forward again to like Labor Day weekend watching Oklahoma State football. Like I could, and March Madness for Oklahoma State basketball.
Yeah, no, 100%. By the way, North Texas not ranked in the new top 25.
Bull,
So
like they're killing my boys. I might need to like Amazon like a cheap North Texas shirt or something to wear for the next couple weeks. I mean, if he's gonna coach him, I got to root for him. They're my team.
I mean, I guess you have to. Yeah, Tulane would be the group of 5. Which don't they play Tulane for the?
Yeah, I mean, if they win, if they got to win.
Oh yeah, they would have to win this weekend and then figure that out next week. So there's a chance that if they do drop one this week, that he could be in Stillwater Monday.
Yeah.
So that would be, if I was an Oklahoma State fan, that would be the outcome that I'm rooting for. Like I said, if I was an Oklahoma State fan, he would need to be in Stillwater immediately and get boots on the ground, trying to keep whatever recruiting class that they do have together and add to that. And then, trying to get packages together NIL wise for, guys like Mestamaker, the running back, the wide receiver, all that stuff to poach those guys. As bad as it sounds, poach those guys away from North Texas. Because
I'm sorry, North Texas, but it's a dog world out there.
Don't feel sorry for North Texas. This is how college football works these days. We all understand that Oklahoma State is a bigger dog than North Texas.
Yeah.
And if those guys are ball players, they're probably going to leave anyways because they're all like young freshmen and stuff like that.
Yeah. And also, it's just like, hey, let's be honest with Texas. Like, even if Eric Morris were to stay, like, with the way the group of 5 works, like, you can't really build. It feels like in this day and age, you can't really build consistency at a group of 5 program like you can in the sense of like, oh, we'll get to bowl games and stuff, but like consistency as in like, no, like this. Even if Eric Morris was to stay for the next 4 years, this is maybe like the one shot y'all really get at the college football playoff. Sure, you can win the American one year, but you might have 2 or 3 losses along the way if you lose a couple out of conference. So exactly. It's like this is the lightning in the bottle. Eric Morris is committed to finish the job. That's going to rally the players. Like that is, in my opinion, I think that is a rallying. Like I don't think the players will be, oh, screw this guy. It's like no, he was honest with them from the get go. Right when it got like. OSU scheduled it, tweeted it out at 4:00. His team meeting was at 4:00. Obviously got leaked like an hour before. But Eric Morris, I mean, I guarantee in that meeting room, like from the North Texas perspective, like outside of Oklahoma State, like if you're a North Texas fan, like I guarantee that conversation, like, hey, I'm leaving. But like, here's the deal, guys. Like, one, you can play for a spot to come with me, play in the Big 12 next year.
Yeah.
And secondly, like, hey, I'm committed to finishing this thing out. Let's finish this thing out, let's go to the college football playoff. I'm going to be here with you guys. I'm going to coach you harder than I've ever coached. I bet that was a rallying cry in that locker room. I bet the players respected it.
And I would imagine those guys are smart enough to understand.
It's not like, again, like it's not
like
Riley,
Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss
or Lane Kiffin. It's not Lincoln Riley leaving to go from Oklahoma to USC. We're like, wait, what? Like blue blood to blue blood. Like, no, this is a massive. I mean, I don't know what he's making at Oklahoma State. Eric Morris, or I don't know what he's making at North Texas. Salary. North Texas. I should have done a little bit more research on this before.
He's excited.
He's making 1.4. I'm very excited.
He'll be making like what?
1.4, probably $6 million. It's probably a $5 million pay increase. Like that, you just got to understand it in that regard. Like, hey, like. Very big pay increase.
Yeah, and I think if he really cared about Oklahoma State, he would keep the $1 million salary and use the rest to get players in.
If he was really committed to winning, he would work for free.
But in all seriousness, congratulations to all the Cowboy fans out there, because it has been
it's been dark.
It really has a long 2 years.
I never want to do this again. Like, I never wanted to go through a spell like this again. Like, I told Gideon, like, I got, like, not, like, depressed, like, but, like, I got depressed. You got
sports depressed.
I got very big-time sports depressed watching Oklahoma State versus UCF. Like, and OSU was winning. Like, OSU was up 14-0 at a point, but even then I was like, man, like, it just is crappy football. And I don't like crappy football.
By the way, Cowboy Allen, in response to my tweet where I promised the $20, he said, "Aren't you supposed to crowdfund the bet instead of paying it yourself?" I am a man of my word. I think I can. I might not have a lot of money, but I think I can afford $20. And I tell you what, even if it doesn't hit on black on Saturday, I will still contribute $20.
Russia just wants an
least.
excuse to gamble, and I egg him on.
Yeah.
Arkansas fans have found my tweet where I said, by the way, we can officially say Oklahoma State's viewed as a better job in Arkansas. They're not happy. They're not happy.
If you're a head coach, why would you not want to go play in the Big 12 instead of the SEC? There's a clear path to the playoff in the Big 12. The SEC is a jumbo.
One's a top dog in their conference. One's a bottom dog in their conference.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes. Arkansas is a basement dweller for, like you said, your whole life, my whole life, a lot of people's whole life. I mean, you think of Darren McFadden is probably the best Arkansas player to ever come out of there. I couldn't name you another.
Bobby Petrino had that one year where they went 10-2 and got smoked.
I mean, the biggest story to come out of Arkansas football the last 20 years is Bobby Petrino crashing his motorcycle with a student assistant on the back of it. Like, come on.
That was like when they had their best season ever. He's wearing a Sugar Bowl hat. Like, that was like their best season that they've had.
You should just tweet that out, just to piss them off even more. So,
and here's the thing too, and I don't think I'm going to offend anyone because I don't know if they're going to be listening. But man, like I love Sam Pittman. Like I love Sam Pittman. Like I love the guy. But there was a reason that they were getting content with the 7-5 and 6-6 because they probably realized like, hey, like this ain't that bad.
Yeah. Because
there was a point with Arkansas where it was like, oh, they were like 3-9 every year in the SEC for a while.
Exactly.
And Brett Bielema couldn't work there. Brett Bielema was working at Illinois for God's sake, and he couldn't work at Arkansas.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not the program people think it is. And the Waltons and Tyson money does not go up. I don't know why, but the Tyson money, it's all in on basketball, and the Waltons money goes to the business school, and like that's it. Like I don't get it, but they have money, but they don't get money. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and their baseball program there is very good. Like you mentioned, the basketball program. Those two programs have more history, I would say, than the football program, in my mind, at least.
For sure.
I have to go back and do a history.
Basketball's won a national championship they won a national championship in the '90s.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean,
and I've played at that baseball facility before, and it's one of the best in the country. So. 100%. We might clip that whole first 23 minutes and put it out like tomorrow morning, since it's kind of like big news. So in that case, we'll put that out early, and we'll just continue with the rest of our show. We've got a lot of football going on the rest of this week. Obviously today on Thanksgiving Day, we've got NFL, but let's start in college football with the games going on Black Friday. You have the Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State, which could get a little bit messy in this one because of the whole Lane Kiffin thing.
I was getting a little anxiety about the Lane Kiffin thing. Like, how does this affect Oklahoma State? You know?
Yeah.
Now that we're set, I am a sicko over this Lane Kiffin stuff. Oh, give me all the drama with this. I want to take Mississippi State. Mississippi State's not bad.
Look, 7.5 points, which is feels crazy to me at home for Mississippi. The over/under is 62.5. Obviously, Ole Miss has been one of the better teams in college football all season long. They are, I believe, they're number 7 now in the playoff rankings. So they dropped a spot. Oregon jumped them in the rankings, but none of the talk has been about the game the last week. T-Back, it's all been about their head coach, Lane Kiffin. I mean, hell, they've been tracking flights where people are picking up Labradors and driving or flying them across the country to different spots. People at LSU are saying that Lane Kiffin has already closed on a house in Baton Rouge. Yeah. I mean,
well, he also closed on a house in Gainesville. Did you not see that one?
I did not see that.
The most expensive house in Gainesville got put under contract. Yeah. That could only be Lane Kiffin.
Just like when Savannah James was in at Heritage Hall touring the school a few years ago.
I convinced myself of that. I convinced myself that LeBron was coming over.
But this is all crazy, and it's this is one of the more fun rivalries. I think back to DK Metcalf, like raising his leg up like a dog and pissing on the field there. I think they were playing that game at Mississippi State that year. But it's the Egg Bowl. It's Black Friday, and no one's talking about the game. They're only talking about Ole Miss's head coach, Lane Kiffin.
Do you see Ole Miss fans? Did you see their folk Folk
I did not.
pins that they're wearing. It's FULK for FU Lane Kiffin, and like they're Ole Miss fans.
It just means more down south, man.
And usually Ole Miss fans are like, out of all the SEC fans, and they're crazy. I'm not saying they're not crazy, but for SEC fans, Ole Miss fans are kind of the most tame, and Lane Kiffin's turned them into a different beast because they're winning, which I guess winning does that to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm still going to pick Ole Miss in this game, but I mean, Mississippi State might be one of the best 6-loss teams in the country.
I'm taking Mississippi State money line. I'm not taking the plus 7.5. They're winning this game, or it's not close. Like that's just the way I see it.
I might sprinkle some cash on
yeah, and it's not like I'm taking it, I'm putting 3 units and like, oh, I'm so confident. No, like I'm putting a little sprinkle on it because I can see a world where Mississippi State pulls an upset here.
Plus that just makes Black Friday a little bit more fun.
Yeah. I can't wait. Saturday, the news conference. I wonder how is he going to announce this? Is he going to like storm on the game day with Saban and be like, oh, what's he going to do?
I heard Traber yesterday say that he was going to announce it on game day. I'm like, there's no way that he goes LeBron James on us and announces on a game day. It's just going to be like a quiet little press release, or not quiet. It's going to obviously cause a lot of stir about the country, but it's just going to be like a tweet that Pete Thamel or someone tweets out. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
I would like it to
I hope
be
it's like a
you
Lane
hear.
Kiffin like live. He goes in like Periscope, like old school live.
That, or it is game day, and you hear just like the Stone Cold Steve Austin like glass break, and Lane Kiffin walks out wearing like LSU.
He's got 3 hats. He got an LSU, Ole Miss, and Florida hat.
But I'm very confident because Ole Miss wouldn't come out. Their athletic director wouldn't come out and be like, there will be an update on Lane Kiffin's job status after Friday's game. Like if he's staying, you would just be like, all right, Lane Kiffin has agreed to a new contract with Mississippi, and he will be our head coach for X.
Yeah, and let's hey, what better way to rally everybody up in your football program, your fan base, than being like, hey, we're 10-1. Let's go beat the hell out of Mississippi State and go to the playoff and win a national championship. I'm staying.
100%.
I was on the, and I'm not ruling out that this is just a massive troll job by Lane Kiffin. Like,
it very well could be. Yeah,
I'm not ruling it out, but I was like, oh, I think he's going to stay. I am full on like, oh yeah, I think he's gone.
If he does choose to go to LSU, Landry Kiffin better turn the comments off on her TikTok post. Because that's going to be a war zone, if not, of Ole Miss fans.
Yeah. Did you see Knox was wearing LSU headphones the other day?
I did see that, yes. Look.
College football, man, we know like the kids' names and stuff at this point.
Right?
It's like, I love this sport. I'm back to loving this sport. I've hated this sport for the last year and a half. I've been putting on the fakest face of I love college football. No, college football has been the worst freaking thing ever for the last year and a half. I love college football.
It is absolutely awesome.
Love it.
2:30 on Friday, we've got number 4 Georgia taking on number 23 Georgia Tech. The ACC is just a complete mess. I don't even really want to talk about the ACC because that's how little that it matters.
7 overtimes last year.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think Georgia's really good this year, though.
I just that one's gonna be in where the Falcons play there in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I think Georgia's just going to roll, to be honest with you.
I want to believe that Georgia Tech can keep it close, but I'm with you. Like, I think Georgia's rolling right now. Georgia Tech, heartbreaker last week. No way if they beat Georgia, they can sneak into the playoff, right? I mean, they'd be 10-2 with whatever Georgia.
I think, their only shot
like OU would have to lose. Oregon would have to lose. Alabama would have to lose. Like a lot of teams would have, like three teams probably would have to lose for Georgia Tech to get back into the conversation if they were to win. But yeah, I'm with you. Like I want to believe this is going to be close, just because I want a chaotic Friday and Saturday. But I think Georgia's going to roll.
Yeah, 100%. And then another game at 6:30 p.m. They say that West Lafayette, Indiana, is the hardest place to play on Black Friday. Indiana taking on Purdue. I just wanted to bring that up because it's funny that this is like a NBC Peacock game on Black Friday. Indiana's going to beat the hell out of Purdue.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Purdue, just wait for basketball.
Yeah. But no, obviously the biggest game at 6:30 in the country on Black Friday is Texas A&M at Texas in Austin. A&M win and you're into the SEC championship game. You'll be undefeated regular season. Aggie Dave will probably be blowing his load all over himself somewhere in the Oklahoma City Metro. What are your thoughts on this game?
I'm going to do something that our audience is not, and you're not going to like either. But I just want to do it because I'm getting tired of A&M fans already. I'm getting tired of them. They're the best thing ever already.
Elko.
You know what? And I've always had a bullet. I've always said OSU, Michigan State, and A&M are kind of like a lot alike. They're the second tier school in their state, and their main rival doesn't consider them their main rival. Texas A&M is second fiddle to Texas. Texas considers OU their main rival. Michigan State is second fiddle to Michigan. Michigan sees Ohio State as their biggest rival. OSU is second fiddle to OU. OU sees Texas as their biggest rival. We should have a pack. We should have a pack on that. But I just don't like A&M whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something here, Preston. Big brother, put them back in place. Put them back in place, big brother. I don't root for Texas often. I don't. And if roles were reversed, if Texas A&M was 9-3 and Texas was 11 or 10-1, I would be, or 11-0. I'd be all over A&M winning. But I want Big Brother to smack Little Brother this weekend because Little Brother down there needs a smacking.
The only issue I see with that is the national media will be slobbing all over Texas to make it in the playoffs for beating the number 3 team in the country.
That's where I do second guess myself.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't need that. I don't want a 9-3 Texas team backdooring their way in the playoff. Just watch Arch Manning suck it up again and Texas be overrated again in the playoff. So yeah, it's a win-win. I guess is a better way to put it. It's a win-win because if Texas loses, it would be really funny if Texas goes 8-4 this year. Like objectively. Like, obviously, OU fans are going to have a field day with it, but it just would be funny that, like, the offseason narrative is, like, Texas is going to give 11-1, 10-2, make the playoff. He's going to go 7-5, 8-4, miss a playoff.
Yeah.
And roles of gets kind of reversed. So that would be funny. It would be. It also is hilarious, too, just from the I see now I'm talking myself into giving, one of these, like, thumbs up, Gigamags. Now I'm talking myself into this because obviously also the Texas tier is at A&M going 12-0 and OU going 10-2 and both being clearly in the playoff. That would send them into a meltdown if they go 8-4.
Plus, there is a media member, and I'm sure you've seen this, in Austin, Texas, who has raised a few $1,000s for the Boys and Girls Club of Norman and then said, oh, yeah, we're going to give this much amount. By the way, I'm keeping the majority of it to do something else with it. So screw Texas, screw everything about him, screw that guy. And by the way, they've already raised like over $20,000 something for the Boys and Girls Club of Norman. So that's been great. Shout out to Eddie and all the guys over at Sooner Scoop and all that stuff. So, but we will not mention that guy's name here on this program.
Preston, I don't know if you're kind of a sicko like me in this sense, but like. Oh, I haven't been able to do it in a couple years, but whenever like OSU used to beat, a team, just win a big game or something, you go listen to like a couple of the other teams' podcasts. And OSU beat Texas quite a bit. OSU beat Texas quite a bit. There was nothing like listening to that guy after OSU beat Texas. It is probably the number one thing I miss about beating Texas is listening to that guy's podcast because the meltdowns that he has are just hilarious. And yeah, he's a total douchebag. But shout out Eddie and all the guys at Sooner Scoop. I'm starting to work my way back into Texas A&M now that we've talked this out. Just in my mind, I was like, Big Brother needs to smack Little Brother. So I'm seeing it as a win-win. win-win.
A&M is 2.5-point favorite in that one in Austin. So we'll see how that shakes out.
I will be taking Texas on the money line. I want that clear. I will be taking Texas on the money line because I do think Texas is going to win this game.
Do we need to mention Arizona taking on Arizona State?
Battle
for 9-3 matchup.
Battle for 9-3.
Yeah, true.
That's pretty good for those Arizona schools.
Yeah, that's true. Arizona is a 1.5-point favorite. All right, on to Saturday. Obviously, we'll start here Saturday. Oklahoma hosting LSU. It's a win and you're in, I think, for Oklahoma. I had a blast last weekend in Norman as the Sooners beat
How many
Missouri.
beers?
I probably only had like 6 or 7, something like that.
And is that just stadium beers or total?
Before and during.
I was going to say 6 or 7 stadium beers. That's a lot of money.
No, I had maybe like 3 to 4 in the stadium.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I was not going to be buying 2.
What's a beer? What's a beer at that stadium?
You can get 2 for $35. Yeah, tall boys though. So if that means anything.
OSU is I think $12 a beer right now, which is just right. This is college football. Like, come on now. But so okay,
exactly.
That's ridiculous. They're ridiculous everywhere. They're ridiculous everywhere.
I agree. But again, winning you're in for Oklahoma. Just T-Bag, I've never seen a defense in my life, like up close in person, watching a game like this Oklahoma defense. That defensive line.
Testosterone was a little higher this week, isn't it?
It was. Birds were flying. I probably said some things I shouldn't have during the game, screaming. I called Eli Drinkowitz a few names that my mother would not be proud of. But you know what? It was worth it, and it was a blast. And I just – it's hard to think that LSU has a chance to score in this game, to be honest with you.
I seriously think OU just needs a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think 6 points is enough because I think LSU could maybe get 2 field goals.
Yeah.
For 6 points, but I just think OU just needs 7. Like, I seriously think OU just needs a touchdown.
You could feel it in the stadium. Like, Missouri obviously just dominated the first quarter against Oklahoma, and they only led 3-0.
Missouri. Oh, I literally, I was at halftime. I was like, if this kind of keeps up, I'm going to tweet out like at halftime. I was like, Missouri's playing or OU's playing right into Missouri's hand because they were. OU was playing right into Missouri's hand. They were getting in OU's head. OU had 2 unsportsmanlike conducts. Like their players were getting in their head. Missouri was playing exactly how they wanted to play. Dominated.
Yeah, and then
it was 3-0. And then Isaiah Centennial scores a touchdown. Game over.
They scored that touchdown, and then Oklahoma gets I don't know if it's a 3-and-out, but Missouri punts. Oklahoma drives right down the field. They score another touchdown, take a 14-3 lead, and at that point, you kind of just felt everyone in the stadium just breathe out a little bit, and it's like, okay, this is
over with. Was the first quarter? Was everyone getting a little puckered? Like, oh crap!
Oh, I'm telling you, that's when I was like, what the f is going on? I was getting after it, and of course. There was at one point where Oklahoma got called for a pass interference. I can't remember if this was in the first quarter or not. It might have been. I think it was in the first half.
I know which one you're talking about.
Oklahoma gets called for a pass interference. The next drive, Missouri comes out, and they have a clear pass interference that anybody could have spot. And I think the OU fans booed the referee for a solid 5 straight minutes.
Yeah, you could hear it through the TV. Through the TV.
I mean, they just did nothing but boo him.
You could hear some ref, you sucks, and then
yes. Yeah, so that was fun. Nussmeier not going to play in this game for LSU, so Van Buren will be the quarterback. I want to sit here and talk this up to it's Oklahoma and it's LSU, but it truly does feel like with this Oklahoma defense that OU needs to score. 17 points probably, and it's
13. I seriously think 13.
Yeah, which obviously you would like this offense to come out.
LSU only scored 13 points against Western Kentucky.
Yeah, they snuck out a win again. It was 13-10 was the final score of that game.
Yeah. So I think OU just needs to score 13 points. Yeah. And I also seriously believe that OU just needs a touchdown to win this game. I feel like OU may not get in the end
zone. No matter what happens, though, you tell me that Oklahoma goes 10-2 or 9-3 back in July, I would be like, you're crazy, dude. You're crazy. They're going, 8-5 at best. What a turnaround it's been for Brent Venables and this defense. Obviously, the offense. I don't think there was a lot of get Ben Arbuckle out during the game, and I can't say that I didn't contribute to that at times.
Of course.
But when you
That's
sit
in the
and look,
moment. That's in the moment.
when you
It's
sit
different.
back and you kind of look at it, it's like, all right, well, there's also some guys not making the right reads and the right, plays on some of these plays that he's calling. Like I go back to the 3rd and 2 where Oklahoma was just, basically trying to run the ball down Missouri's throat. They get it to 3rd and 2 and they try and make like a 20-yard pass downfield to Satania, and it just hits off his hands. That was a good throw. That was a good play. Satania needs to make that catch, right?
Yeah.
So they do need to like reevaluate things before the playoffs, though, because you can't go into the playoffs and just hope your defense wins you games in the playoffs, because that's not going to happen. You're going to be playing some good teams in the playoffs.
Yeah. There's going to be there has to be a lot of fixes in the offense this offseason. Now, what does that look like? I don't know. I'm not saying it's Ben Arbuckle or not. I wouldn't fire Ben Arbuckle. I still think
No.
he's got
He'll
the
have
talent. He's very young.
Yeah.
I think he's a very bright young offensive coordinator. That's just, and I think kind of whenever you hear, I haven't gone back and watched the tape, but when you hear like the Gabe Eicherts and the George Toyas of the world that go back and they watch the tape, like no, like the plays are there. It's just like Mateer's just sometimes having trouble reading them. And I wouldn't give up on Mateer either, because I think that this hand injury has affected him a little mentally. I think the difference of playing at a school like Washington State compared to being the quarterback at the University of Oklahoma, which I would argue is one of the hardest places to be quarterback at. Yeah. Like I think he might just need a year to get it back. So I think the offensive issues aren't what they were last year. They're very fixable with an offseason issues. You need to make some changes, obviously. You probably need to add some additions, obviously. But I think at your core, the fixes are very fixable. Or the change, like what you need to fix is a very doable. It's not like some crazy ass. You're not asking 100%. Seth Luttrell and Jackson Arnold to run it back.
Yeah, 100%. I do kind of feel like Mateer will be back next year, and I think you go out, you spend a bunch of money on wide receivers and offensive linemen and a tight end.
Get a solid tight end. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So I think that's what you do for Oklahoma. All right, a couple more games of college football before we get to the NFL. Ohio State, Michigan. What's your feels on this? Ohio State's a 9.5-point favorite.
I feel like Ohio State should win and win big, but I said that last year, so I think Ohio State's going to win and win big, but said it last year.
You could put this as a pick 'em, and I probably still wouldn't bet on this game because I genuinely have no clue.
I'm not betting on it.
Yeah, I have no.
I'm definitely not taking 9.5.
Yeah, exactly. Because Michigan's won the last four, the last four. Yeah. So, and it's at Michigan. So in Ann Arbor. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? I think if you're an Oklahoma fan, you would like Michigan to win, right? Because that boosts your resume just that much more. But yeah, I would lean Ohio State, but again, it don't matter. Any team can win this game. Yeah. Any team can win this game. So
I do think Ohio State's gonna win. If I did have to bet, I would bet Ohio State, but I'm not going to bet.
Yeah. Last college football game we will talk about is the Iron Bowl. Alabama taking on Auburn. Alabama is a 6.5-point favorite. Is this the game, if Alabama loses, that they run Kalen DeBoer out of Tuscaloosa?
I think Kalen DeBoer just might run himself out of Tuscaloosa, Preston. Yeah. Penn State's right there. He's like, hey, this is a job I can win big at too. And the pressure isn't nearly as psychotic of what this Alabama
and it's not in the SEC. Like the Big Ten is, as much as people want to say how good the Big Ten is, like the SEC is more like
you have one or two tough games in the Big Ten.
Exactly. Yes.
And some years you don't have any. Some years you don't have it. Look at Oregon this year. Their toughest game is a 9-3 USC team.
Yeah. And then probably the Iowa game as well, too.
They're an 8-4 team, maybe 7-5. It's tough, but it's not going to Tuscaloosa or to Knoxville or to the Swamp or to Norman or to Austin or to Athens. Like it's no.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
So I think there's a chance that DeBoer just might look at that and be like, huh. And you also have to remember too, DeBoer's not an SEC guy. Like he wasn't. It's not like he's a guy that built his roots in the SEC. Like I'm pretty sure this is his first stint in the SEC. He might have been an assistant somewhere.
That sounds right. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not like he's like, oh, I'm an SEC guy. Like, no, he's probably like looking at this like, oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, on to the NFL games going on today and tomorrow on Black Friday. Start with the noon game. The Packers taking on the Lions. The Packers 7-3-1. The Lions 7-4. The Lions a 2.5-point favorite in this one at Ford Field in Detroit.
Big game for the NFC North. Big game for the Packers, man. I mean, it's a big game for the Lions too, but I think the Packers, they got a lot of questions that need to be answered. It doesn't feel like that fan base is very thrilled right now with what's going on with Jordan Love.
And he hasn't really played I feel like he's played decently, but you can't be like, all right, that is the guy at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's played good enough, obviously, to get them 7 wins. But there's times where it's just like, okay, is this guy actually
and LaFleur, like they haven't been great. They haven't been very fond of LaFleur lately, which I mean, I would be sitting here lying to say I've watched every Packers snap. The thing with Packers fans too, though, it's like OU. It's like, hey, the last 30 years they've had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. Like they got some expectations there. So it's probably a lot of pressure to getting to him, but yeah, I think it's a really big game for the Packers. Obviously, it's a really big game for the Lions and everything that goes into it, but for the fan base and for the vibes of the Packers, it's a massive game.
Yeah, and this is for
Lions fans are just stistill happy to be here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've been through hell and back, and they're like, hey,
we're in playoff contention every year. Yeah, okay, cool.
We'll take that. Detroit, a 2.5-point favorite in that one. I would probably lean Detroit at home.
Detroit. Jameer Gibbs, man.
It's kind of like the next game we're talking about. There's something about the Lions on Thanksgiving.
Especially now that they're good.
Yeah. There's just something about the Lions on Thanksgiving. And then the next game we're talking about, our coworker, Mr. Matt Ravis, will be at this game because he is I won't even say that. He's a Chiefs fan at this point. I wasn't going to say what I really thought about him being a Chiefs fan, but the Chiefs taking on the Cowboys in Arlington. Kansas City, a 3-point favorite. Chiefs 6-5, Cowboys 5-1. The Chiefs won so many close games last year, T-Bag, and I think they've only won 1 this year. Who would have thunk that it just goes the complete opposite as the year before, as it usually tends to do in football or really any sport?
I don't like to think about that right now because my football team is currently winning a lot of close football games, and that thought's crossed my mind, and I'm really trying to enjoy the moments right now. It's caught up to them. It's caught up to the bad empire, the evil empire.
And there's a lot of people.
They won this last week, but they won this last week in overtime, and it's just a credit to the Chiefs. Must-win game, and they won it. I still think they're not in a good position.
100%.
I don't believe they're in a good position right now. But credit to them because that was an absolute must-win game, and they found a way to win it.
And there's a lot of people out there. They're like, "Well, how did this happen to the Chiefs? They've been so good." That was because they had to pay everyone.
Yeah,
there's not enough money to go around to continue what they were. I mean, it's the same issue the Thunder are going to have to run into. The only difference is the Thunder have 1 million draft picks.
It's the same issue. Well, I guess NBA has been different, but the NBA is a lot more hard capped now than it used to be. It's still not a hard cap, but second apron is pretty much a hard cap.
Yeah.
It's what outside the Patriots, and Brady took a lot less money, and Mahomes is taking less money too. But outside the Patriots, NFL dynasties don't last for decades. They last for 7-8 years, like the Chiefs did. And Chiefs won 3 Super Bowls in 3 Super Bowls, 5 attempts, three Super Bowls in 5 years. Went to 5 total Super Bowls. It's not to say that in 3 years, once they kind of reset everything, or 2 years, or even next season, they can't kind of reset it back. But this was going to catch up inevitably with them.
Eventually,
Did we think it was going to be this year? No. We thought maybe this year was going to be kind of the last year of it, but it hit them hard.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then the Cowboys, they're just the Cowboys at this point. I don't really know what else to say.
Look out,
Cowboys.
This is a sneaky big game. This is a really big game for both teams. Really
I mean, if you're the Cowboys, you fall under 500. They're sitting right at 500 right now. If you're the Chiefs, you hit 500. So, Yeah, this is the big one for both of them. I tend to think that the Chiefs probably eke out a close one. I think that 3 is probably a good line on that one. But this should be a good game at 3:30 where you're just waking up from a nap or something like that on Thanksgiving Day and you're good to go. So and then the
I'm
nightcap
gonna be driving for a
tonight's
lot of these
Thanksgiving.
games.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
heard this morning you're going down to Dallas for to
Yeah,
go Black Friday shopping.
young Black Friday shopping with my mama, old school style. Going to a mall, staying at a mall, Galleria down there.
I don't know if you could call that a mall. That's like I don't even know what you want to call, like a super mall, maybe. I think it's
Yeah, oh
massive.
yeah, it's massive. But yeah, good old school Black Friday shopping. So I'm gonna be driving for a lot of these games. But
That's why you just have your mom drive and you pop the games on.
well,
your
my
phone.
mom's staying.
Oh,
I have to
okay.
be back.
Gotcha.
I have to be back. I have to be back Saturday.
Yeah, for the OSU game, yeah.
and my mom's staying until Saturday. So
Gotcha.
my aunt and cousin are going as well. So she's gonna stay back with them.
Gotcha. All right, the nightcap: Bengals, Ravens. Ravens a 7-point favorite. Joe Burrow is back. That doesn't matter. The Ravens are rolling right now, and the Ravens win this game easily.
Yeah. They didn't look great last week against the Jets, but I think the Ravens do win this game. It's a must win. It's another must win game. They got the division back, so I do think they're going to win this game. But the vibes of Joe Burrow, who knows?
And then the final game we'll talk about is a Black Friday game. This one, hopefully, you do get your eyes on because it's the first place Chicago Bears taking on the first place Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. And the Eagles are 7-point favorites. You would think the sky is falling for the Eagles because it feels like a lot of people that we work with are siding with your Chicago Bears. But I'm going to pull the Lee Corso and say, not so fast, my friend. The Eagles are still a very good football team. They're playing at home. As good as I think the Bears are this year, I still think the Eagles pull this one out. I
talked to the boss man today, and he's starting to get upset that the Bears are good. You can tell he's starting to get upset that the Bears are good. He doesn't like it. And he's like, the Eagles are going to smack y'all this weekend. You know that, right? I was like, yeah, like they probably are. They probably are going to smack us this weekend.
Who cares?
And
you
that's
have 8
all right.
Wins right now.
That's all right. I've got Preston Pool. This is all you need to do. You need to go. Hold on, let me put the schedule. 2-2-2. You need to go 1-1 in your 2 versus the Packers. You need to go 1-1 against the 49ers and the Lions, and you need to go 1-1 against the Browns and the Eagles. If you do that, you're sitting at 11-6, and that should get you in the playoff. So that's all you got to do. It's got to go 500. Let's go 500.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do.
It's not 500. Too hard to ask.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I think the Bears
scheduled loss. I have this one marked as a loss anyway. That's how I'm looking at it.
Obviously, I'm not ready to pick them to win that division just yet, but I do think that they make the playoffs either as the division winner or a wild card. I do think that they are getting close to being a lock for that. So, other than that, I'm trying to think what else. I was going to say something about the Chargers, but it just went right past me. I've already forgot it.
Just so Justin Herbert can stay alive.
Yes, that is very much the case at this point, because that offensive line is absolutely atrocious. So, all right. Any last thoughts before we put a bow on this thing and everyone goes and enjoys some turkey dinner?
Life's good, man.
Yeah.
Life's good.
All right, that's gonna do it for us. We'll talk to you guys next time. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with your friends, your family. Enjoy your football today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, even Monday. Enjoy some Thunder basketball as well, as the Thunder are playing Friday and Sunday. So just have a good one and be safe out there. Don't drink and drive, but have some fun. And we'll talk to you guys next time. See you.